So Craig, what are the most common use cases we're seeing emerging for SD-WAN?
That's a good question, John. So there's probably four key use cases that we're seeing for SD-WAN at the minute. So the first one will be enhancing the hybrid model. So as we know, traditionally a lot of organisations have gone to a mix of MPLS and internet services. We're seeing SD-WAN supplement that model by delivering more intelligent capabilities, path control, much more visibility and optimization of them networks. So creating that virtual overlay is delivering quite a lot of benefit, particularly as we move into kind of the international market, which we'll talk about in a bit. I think secondly, we're seeing a big use case around security, so enhancing the security capabilities, the security posture of remote sites. So traditionally, again, a lot of organisations in a closed MPLS network or even a hybrid network would bring a lot of that traffic back to a central point to break that out through some central security controls. What we see in SD-WAN delivering enhancements, particularly around the security capability of SD-WAN, is being able to distribute that security control, that boundary, and deliver some of that local to the site and allow breakout more safely to the internet on a site-by-site basis. I think the final one is around kind of application visibility and control, so really being able to understand and see what traffic patterns are actually going on the network. We're seeing this as quite an interesting use case around helping organisations evaluate what they need to do at the underlay. So being able to monitor and analyse the traffic patterns and then make intelligent buying decisions around the mix of MPLS and internet going forward.
That's really interesting. And are we seeing different use cases for domestic UK organisations compared to multinational organisations with SD-WAN?
Yeah, so if you look at the multinational one to start with, there's certainly some bigger commercial drivers in the multinational area, being able to utilise lower cost internet services, being able to mix and match kind of local provision and central provision in terms of the underlying access and the service providers. That's not so much the case in the domestic market. Typically within the domestic market, one of the key drivers that we see most organisations want to move to SD-WAN is to supplement their cloud strategy, application hosting strategy. So where organisations are trying to move most of their services to the cloud, whether that's SaaS or whether it's in an Azure or an AWS environment, we're seeing that they're potentially as part of that strategy losing their data centres, losing core hosting environments in their own sites. So being able to, again, as we mentioned before, distribute that security, distribute some of the control, access them cloud platforms more directly by using SD-WAN and the optimised security that comes with SD-WAN. That's where they're seeing some key drivers there, but it's a really clear point that there's no real commercial advantage in the domestic market like there is in the international market.